Well, hello, we're back. And mysteriously, this car that's blocking the entrance got bypassed and they put the car back up on the ramps for me. That's very nice of them, because I didn't do it. So let's get rid of it. In reality, you shouldn't be able to move this car because, of course, you can't get it out of the garage because there's a car blocking the drive. So we'll finish at 1,800, and thanks for letting us drag your car around. We'll just have Grandad. I'm busy recording a video for these people. So we're going to stick this car on the ramps. Can you take him back in there? I'll be back. I'll be in there in a minute, kiddo. I've just been in there playing with him, so I'm not being a bad granddad. I read in the newspaper that the timing should be replaced more frequently than recommended by the manufacturer. The oil too. Please check them out and change whatever is needed. I will do that for you, sir. I might even rag your car around the track because it looks quite nice. It won't do when I finish with it. Look at this shed on wheels. It's a shed, I tell you. We'll put it on the ramps anyway, then we'll see what he needs. Disc brake, disc pads and brake caliper. Let's get on with it. And I wanted to take this opportunity to have a quick look at something in the oh, look at that, it's all rubbish. I've got tons of rubbish on this car. If I were a scrap man, I'd be laughing my hat off. Let's put it back. That's one of the tricks though to speeding this lot up. 50% off. I forgot to ask him what he wanted. 43%. Right, so he can have his crappy old disc on, or one off the other car. I don't know where I got this one from. You can have that one, but that's 50%, so he needs a new one of those. But this is the reason why you keep your old crap. And so don't, everybody I see playing this game is selling the stuff, and obviously they've never been in charge of a real garage. 50%, 48%, and that's what you do. Is if somebody just says, oh, just repair the car with the cheapest you can, then what you do is you put the older parts on, which is still going to pass the MOT for the car and for the guy, or make the job safe and let it run. But basically the guy wants a cheap job, so you say, well, you sell them. You say, well, I've got some old parts I can put on which are still good. You know, let me just have a look at this, see if I've got any points. I haven't got any points. I want this expansion so I can repair some of the parts, hopefully. I ain't going to mess about raising it. The time it's going to raise the platform and then do the inspection, I can be looking, you know, and just say, well, look, if I want to do the inspection, I could even do it here and say, well, I know these points are going to come in yellow, but I don't know what the yellow means. Orange, does that mean it's even worse than, you know? We'll whip it off anyway. Remember that we wanted it to be 50%. Did we say 43%? 43%. Remember that for me. We'll replace. We'll have a look. He had a 62%, so we'll stick that back on. He's 43%, so we can give him this, and we can give him 43%. We could stick this on. He wanted 43%, didn't he? God, my memory. So these might even be worse parts than what was on the car. I don't know. %, yeah, we're okay. Take his old parts off and put even older parts on. Maybe, I don't know if that's what happened. I won't admit to it. But yeah, you know, that's what goes on in garages. It even goes on in gas engineering, and you know, you got to watch the guys. You know, sometimes they'll come to do a service on your boiler and they'll take new parts off, as one of the guys did with my gas place. Because I actually put new parts on my boiler and then the gas guy came and he took the parts off and fitted all the parts, and then tried to tell me that they were on when he got it. In the way, because I know, because I'm the one that fitted them, and I was watching him, and I saw the parts, and he thought I was just an everyday 45%. I can go back on, although it wasn't on his car originally. 49%. He can have an old caliper, and he can have an old pot. 49%. What was that? Yeah. So this guy changed my one of my valves and the header tank on my heating unit. That said 44% on this. The thing was only just in with his wheel, but he didn't ask me to change any of the parts on the wheel. So, you know, before we undo this, it's a good idea just to look, see if I've fixed everything. Now there's just a disparate to do. So yeah, you know, it happens in every industry really. So just watch it. You know, you got to make sure you get reputable people to fix your parts on your cars for you. And we'll have that off, and we'll have that off. Put it all back with a brand new disc, brand new pads maybe. Nope. You can have a 59er, and you can have a 53 and a 54 if I've got something like that, or even worse. Not 54 is the worst one I've got. Might have been this, I don't know. And that's how you save money when you're doing these jobs. Fixed. 186. Get out of my garage with your scrappy old piece of rubbish. Let's put that straight up on the ramps, and we'll have a look, see if there's any more jobs going which I want, which are going to run out of time. We're looking for basically ones with the bonus, and I don't think you'll get them. Oh, no bonus. No bonus. So these are all oil changey jobs. There's another brakes bonus one there. I think we're only going to get money though for ones which needs oil filter, air filter, filters need replacing. So we might move on to those in a second. So we'll take that order, just to make sure we keep it in case this takes as long as than the required minutes. And what did you want? Oil change? Parts not discovered. Change the oil. Okay, we'll do that first. And what was your required what was your required level? 100%. So everything new on this car if we have to do anything to it. And refill with new. He didn't say he wanted a brand new oil filter though, did he? So timing. The timing on this engine is on this side, I think. Can't think of what parts we need to take off first though. Accessible from the engine bay. I'm in the engine bay. What's it giving? Ah, I see. Let's go to the front of the car. Sometimes when this happens, you have to go to the front of the car, then rotate yourself round. That's it. So it wasn't giving me the thing. The belts off, take the pulleys off, take the main crankshaft off, then we can take the water pump off before we take the cover off, which is ridiculous, you know? All these parts have to come off to get one off. And obviously looks like the cams have gone to crap on these. We could try putting some new ones of those on straight away. See if we've discovered all the parts that need putting on. Oh, just the cam gears. So we can also take off these. Get the right angle. I don't think we need to take the plugs out actually. We don't. Let me just put that back. And generally you would undo these bolts in a set sequence. Usually the two end ones and the two middle ones. Have we discovered all the parts? It looks like we have. And did it say ignition coils? All the ignition coils are connected. The camshafts and the cam gears are ruined. But yeah, it didn't say nothing about the camshaft, but the ignition coils. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's because I took one out before I took the others out. 2 cam gears and 2 camshafts. So straight into there. Into the engine parts. We'll be buying a lot more of these things anyway, so depending on what we need on the next car we do. I get sick of looking for these parts on here, you know. Camshaft. It was just straight camshaft. Here we are. Let's have 2 of those. And it was just cam gear. Let's have 2 of those. Because there are lots of different cam gears though, you can't really buy 6 or 8 of them. I mean, you could do, but it just fills up your thing and it makes it harder for you to search inside your thing. So coil? No, ignition. Ignite. Should do it. We'll have 8 of those. 456. We're not going to be in a position for quite some time anyway to do anything buying cars wise, so we'll fit and we will fit and then we will fit whilst we're here. Generally the tightening sequence is like this, but they don't have the tightening sequence, and then we will fit new of these. I bought 8 of them, but you know, generally that's because you need 4 on each engine, and if you're gonna, you know, again you should have maybe just bought just 5, so that you can see, you know, these things very rarely can be cleaned up. You can't really repair these things. We need this belt at 100%. It's at 90%. But according to his report, he says I found everything. So we'll put the 90% belt on. These are the things which are very difficult to judge initially. So all we have to do now is really assemble the thing. So it's about locating the parts. If you put too much on it, there ends up being no money in it for you. Put the 90% crank on. Put the idle roller in. Put the water pump back in. When you do these jobs, generally we used to advise people always have brand new belts, and then you know you're not going to be needing, because of the cost of them. There's such a small price to pay to have brand new and know that that's not the thing. Like if you do it, I'll go all the way down in the timing to just having the timing chain. You know, all them jobs are fixed. Refill the oil. Fill it all the way up until the bottle tilts back. And then just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 till you see it filling up. I mean, normally people don't bother, so that's it done. We could check the oil dipstick, but there's no need to. This is just a waste of time, but you know, sometimes you like to do it. And then all the job's done. Finish of 2,205 with 910 spent. Bye. I was going to go and rack that car, wasn't I? We're only at 17 minutes, so let's get this one on the ramps, and let's get another one in the door. Suspension one. Dodge Charger, we've got loads of parts for that, new parts, so we might take that order. We won't get it done in 224 anyway, so we'll have the Dodge Charger because they're different, innit? You know what I mean? And if we can get onto that before we're finished for this video, which I don't want to make it longer than 20 minutes if I can make it. Two-tone, I like that. Oil filter and oil drain. Just waiting for the thing to stop. Look, 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 look. Out of my way, please. And then we will go for the oil filter, which should be round. It's on the top. Would be this, wouldn't it? I'm going getting a new oil filter. Oil spelt the wrong way. Doesn't matter if you buy the wrong one, because basically you'll always use them up. The new one on. The colour coded though, so you can't really go wrong with that. Back out. back in again. It often won't let you continue on if you've just fitted the oil filter or done something else in the engine bay. It won't obviously let you get straight on with filling the oil. I don't know why, but it does that. Yeah, I'm not going to check the oil level. I'm just going to say, your car is sorted, get that trash out of my garage. I thought I got a new car then. Let's just take a look at the expansion, see if we can expand the garage anytime soon. We have a point, we can do it. Right, so just let me show you around the garage. This is what we've got already with these kitchen cupboards and the tyre replacement, and these walls all blocked off. This will now give us, if it works, the table. We've got the table, the repair table. We'll see what we can fix. Nothing. We can't fix nothing. We ain't got no skills. And we've got this place, which we'll show you in a minute. We'll get the next car in. 21 minutes. I thought I brought in, if I'm not mistaken, I thought I brought in the Dodge Charger to rag around the track. And we'll call that it. We'll call it the end of day one, basically. Let's see what it needs. It's loads of stuff: front springs, rubber bushings, all sorts of crap. So if I can now put that car through its paces here, let's go in here. Door's still open, look. Sounds like a roof, like a tank, doesn't it? The brakes are knackered. This is going to take longer than what the few minutes we have left. So, might I make a suggestion? For a laugh, we'll take it round the track first, then we'll fix it up, and then we'll take it round the track again and see what the difference is. So we won't make this the last video for the day. We'll wait, it says. Look at this report. It's all rubbish. Your car is falling to bits. And maybe we can try. We ain't got no testing. Can't do nothing. So let's see if we can move it back to the track. Go and rag it just for the last few minutes of this video. Dodge Charger in a state, and then I'm going to go and have my tea, and I'll come back and I'll fix this car up in the next video. It's going to take at least a good half an hour of anybody's time to do this car, even if you know what you're doing, because there's so many things need stripping down on it. But that's the way it goes. And as I say, if you choose jobs with just one aspects wrong, either just suspension or just brakes or just timing, then you're going to be okay at under 10 minutes and to progress quite quickly. But there must be a point where if you're just doing brakes all the time, they'll say, well, you're not an experienced mechanic, so they won't give you a level up, you know. Let's see what we can get out of this car anyway. Ring, bing, 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 bing. took ages to get onto the bottom of the tracks, nearly 20 seconds to get through that first gate when it's usually 11 seconds at that point. It's that slow that I can just about turn it. It's like a tank. Handbrake. You can see that I like driving the older cars though. You don't get the same times, it's not as fast on the track, but I do enjoy the aesthetics and the feel of a car that's an older car. I don't like these newer cars, but then again, you know, I'm an old geezer, so who cares? I like the old Mustangs, and I have a share in a Mustang, a third share in a Mustang, 1968 W, which is going to be just saved for as long as we can, and then they're going to fix it up, the other two guys. Yeah, 1 hour and 45 minutes later we cross the start line. That's a 1:29, but this is going to be the faster of the two things, because of course if we don't crash off the track, it took us 20 seconds to get through this bit before. It's coming down that straight at the speed that helps you with your time on your second lap. And then if you can choose your point just right to tap your handbrake around corners like this, and then get on the power ASAP, you'll make a better drive. So like I say, see if you can grab this car at this point in your garage and put a reply video on, and I'd like to see it. And it's got to be in crappy condition. I've done no work to this car, the customer's car's come in the door. We'll drive this again at the end of the next video after we've done the work on it, and see what it's going to be like. 1:11, that's quite a good time for this. You could usually get under this bridge at 1:08, but you know that's not going to be. And you can use it past the finished line at 1:15. Depends on what you're driving. But a car like this, I wouldn't expect to get more than 1:15 out of it. Unless you're doing some sort of modding. That's not bad. There was no handbrake in there though. Let's cut the corner. One more lap and then we're done. We'll go back to the house. Because we're at 1:28 minutes, I think. Oh no, that's not good. Let's keep the power on. Gotta get this lined up just right for this little gap, so you can do a straight here. Brake like mad. Keep your wheels on the other side of the line if possible. The only corner will be the other. And of course they haven't got racing in this, but they're gonna give us racing eventually. That's what they said. They've just been banging on today about it on their comments channel. They've pinned a post saying that they're upset that everybody's having a go at them when they never said it was going to be a racing game. So 1:20 is great for this car. Flat spot all of his tyres, and then we'll go and say that's the end of this, and going up to 30 minutes, which I don't like to make them longer than that. The handbrake please. Yep, should stop it from rolling around, but it is a piece of crap currently. Course. Should have put a new number plate on it for him. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video when we'll get this one fixed up, and then we'll come play with it again.